Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and this is the evening of December 12th of this year, 2020, in my old stomping grounds of Owensboro, Kentucky. This is actually at Panther Creek, and this is their Christmas lights. The Christmas lights at Panther Creek. This was just a really nice evening. We headed out here. It was $5 to go through, and we really enjoyed this. We liked it. We had a good time, and we thought it was a pretty good deal for $5 a car. It wasn't $5 a person. It was $5 a carload. And this is us driving up on the light show, and you could see it from a distance, and it just looked really cool. Even way before we got to the park, just seeing the lights at a distance, it was pretty cool. And we got up here, and there was a little bit of a line, not much of a line, but a little bit of one. Maybe 20 cars slowly going through to pay their money. By the time we came out, though, there was a much bigger line. This is a very popular thing to do in the Owensboro area, and it was very Christmassy. It just had a really nice Christmas vibe to it. And I liked the light show. I liked what they were doing, and it was just a lot of fun. So I took my little camera with me and made a little video. You might, feel free to listen to your own music as you drive through, and you'll have to forgive me. Sometimes the lights kind of made my camera go blurry. It was hard to focus at times. I don't think that happens often, though. But this was just really nice, and this is going to be a video of us driving through Panther Creek to look at the Christmas lights, and then I'm going to put some more video at the end where we were just driving around Owensboro looking at houses that were lit up real nice. It's always nice for me to be in Owensboro around Christmas time. I grew up there, and it's nice being back. And I've got a lot of great Christmas memories connected to Owensboro. We used to go to the Christmas parade every year when I was little, and I just always thought that was just the greatest. And my grandma lived just a couple blocks down from where they had the parade. And we would go park at her house. And then we would all walk to the Christmas parade and watch that. And that was a lot of fun. She also used to live, when she was alive, she lived really close to the Executive Inn. And a lot of nights I'd go to her house and park, and I'd walk down to the Executive Inn to see concerts. And that's a story for another day. That was just a good memory of walking to the Christmas parade. One year, I remember my friend Christy, her and her family knew somebody that worked at one of the buildings. And I can't even remember where we were, but I just remember going with my friend Christy and her little brother Aaron, and we went up, and they had like a little family thing going on. I want to say it might have been at a bank or a bank office building, and we were up in a building watching the parade from a window, and that was just really cool. But yeah, I've got a ton of great Owensboro Christmas memories, and this is definitely something I'll be adding to it. Yeah, so we're kind of waiting in line to pay our $5 to go through, and they've got some nice lights, as you're driving up, to pay your money to go through the light show. Keep an eye on the car in front of us. They were from Indiana. For some reason, we just started saying, I bet they're from Rockport. We like Rockport. Anyway, they paid our $5 for us as we went to pay. They're like, oh yeah, the car in front of you paid your $5, which we thought was really nice. So we paid for the car behind us. With this light show, I know that those $5, they had a little sign up about where the money goes to. I think it goes to some charities. So this is just cool all the way around. I also wanted to mention that they had signs up to tune your car radio to 90.3 Panther radio. And I just looked that up, and I believe that's done through Kentucky Wesleyan College. That's their college station. I'm going to have to listen to some more of that. They were broadcasting a show from the Bluegrass Hall of Fame there in town, and I just thought that was great. It was a live show. It was kind of a bluegrass show. The guy was doing some original songs, and some Christmas stuff. So that was just really cool. Anyway, I might stop talking for a little bit just to let you hear what's going on. Howdy.
Independence Bank is doing a scavenger hunt. If you do this and send it in, you can win an iPad, and the people in front of you paid your way.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Well, that was very sweet.
Yeah. We just passed on the good cheer.
We're good. Thank you, though.
It smells good.
Yay.
That was very Christmassy.
That was very sweet, wasn't it?
Yeah, what did they say?
The car in front of us paid our admission.
So we pay for the car behind us.
Well, that was very sweet.
And they could have something like that going. I mean, it could be the last 20 cars did that or something, but that was still very sweet, yes.
Yes, it was. Very sweet.
Those Indiana folks aren't that bad.
No.
They're growing on me.
I like this little guy right here.
He's
like,
yeah, he's posing.
I feel like this one's me.
Oh, it's a gin. It's a gin.
Think about how much these people would have had to pay to advertise.
Probably not a whole lot. I'm gonna put that in the back.
You need me to put it back?
Yeah, just somewhere straight if you could, straightish.
You don't want to turn it in and maybe win an iPad?
My eyes would not be able to do that, but if you want to, we could.
You turn it in up here.
No, if there's a scavenger hunt, if you fill it out, you can win something.
Oh, I see.
What does Habit Hill Farms do?
I don't know.
I like the carousel.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that was cute.
Oh, Charlie's. I wonder how long before Christmas they have to start putting all this up.
I don't know.
Local 1701.
Oh, here's the Western Kentucky mascot. Mascot guy.
Happy holidays to you and yours from everyone at Christmas at Panther Creek and WKWC 93.3.
There's a John Deere.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's a lot going on up here on the right. We're going to have to choose which side to look at coming up.
I like the sweater.
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 Oh, sledder.
Right there.
Yeah.
I like the horse and chariot. It's pretty the way that reflects on that water.
Oh, it sure is.
It's dolphins.
Oh. So we go right? Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah. So much going on. There's another gin one. Oh, yeah. Good night.
Hang up your blue stockings. Turn off the light. Santa Claus is coming.
We can go back and watch the video and look for all the eagles. Well, that was worth $5.
That was what?
That was worth $5.
I'm Karen Gross, realtor with Century 21 Partners. First, I want to say Merry Christmas. May your heart be filled with laughter, your soul with joy, and your home with love this holiday season. Thank you for listening to Kentucky Wesleyan College's very own WKWC 90.3 while enjoying the Christmas lights at Panther Creek.
What do you think is the best way to go, Mom?
Because I know my contributions will help students find themselves. My listings are on KarenGross.net. With a change in the season, you may be ready for a change as well. My number is 270-315-9810.
Need help creating hit songs for the holidays? Today's programming underwriter on WKWC.
There's one right there.
Oh, there is one. Yeah. Probably, I'm thinking go left. What do you think, Mom?
Yeah, I would say left.
Yeah. We're just gonna go with that.
Thank you.
It's Panther Radio at Panther Creek. Did you know the Christmas?
Probably just maybe follow these cars.
Yeah.
These houses down here, some of the ones
Yeah.
that have a bunch of junk in them.
Oh, wow. This guy's passing. Well, let him. That may have. Yeah, so that was us having a good time at Panther Creek Park, checking out their lights. And then as we drove around a bit, we drove out of Owensboro. We drove back into Owensboro, and I just saw some lights that I thought were fun, so I filmed those. There's the Independence Bank, and they're kind of lit up nicely. And I'm sorry that every blemish reflected off the dashboard into our windshield can be seen, but I think this video still gives you an idea of what you can see, especially out there at Panther Creek Park. I thought they did a great job, and I know we've done some other light shows around the state, and $5 a carload is about the cheapest price I've seen for anything like that. I just thought that was a nice value and something to do. I kind of wish we'd stopped and got some kettle corn, though. That would have been so perfect for this particular night. Yeah, I'm not sure if you could hear us say it there at the beginning, but we talked. The little people there gave us the scavenger hunt sheet and told us that the person in front of us paid for our ticket, and then we paid for the guy behind us's ticket. But yeah, they had a little scavenger hunt going on. And you had to look for Liberty the Eagle, which is the bank's mascot, which kind of makes sense with the Independence Hall replica they have and everything. But yeah, so they had a little scavenger hunt. If you turned in your little sheet, you could win a prize, which I thought sounded kind of neat. But man, my eyes, late at night looking at lights, looking for eagles too, kind of hidden in the lights would have been. Done a number on my eyes, but I thought, that'd be pretty cool for a kid to do or something, as they were there, kind of look for the eagle hidden. But yeah, so anyway, we just we went and drove around, looked at some more lights. This might be a good video to watch at half speed. Feel free to slow it down and tune me out if you'd like. I won't be offended. But yeah, so Owensboro, I was going to say there's a lot of cool Christmas stuff that usually happens. Look at that house. That usually happens around Owensboro. And I know the art museum, I don't know if they've done it recently, but when I was a kid, they used to have, they would have a bunch of Christmas trees, and you would come and look at the Christmas trees. And my schools would actually take field trips, and they would take us. I always just assumed that was a Christmas tree museum. It was years. I was probably a teenager before I realized that was an art museum and not just a Christmas tree museum. But that was a lot of fun. Also, I know my family, when we were younger, we would go to Santa Claus Land, which became Holiday World. And we would do that mostly in the summer. Just a cool Christmas-related memory. And somewhere there's a picture of me and my sister sitting in Santa Claus's lap from our visits to Santa Claus Land. I don't know if you remember this or not. I'm sure you do. But when I was a kid, it was always exciting getting the Sears catalog, and I remember the JCPenney catalog was also kind of a big deal because they had all the cool toys in it, and you could sort of pick those out and try to ask for some of the cooler ones for Christmas, and that was just always a big treat. And yeah, it's just a memory that sticks out in my head. One of my earliest Christmas memories, and we lived out near Utica. We kind of lived out in the country, and my aunt and uncle and my cousins lived in Owensboro, which we just referred to as town. We were going to town, but we would always go to their house at Christmas and exchange gifts, and it was just a lot of fun. And I have this memory of being a little kid in my dad's pickup truck with me and my mom and dad and my sister, and we were driving to my aunt and uncle's house, and his pickup truck was always just dusty and dirty. I mean, it was a working truck. He used it for his farming and hunting stuff, and there were fishing poles and rifles and everything else in that truck. But I just remember us going to town and being all excited, about seeing the family and unwrapping gifts, and listening to Feliz Navidad on the radio, and that was just a lot of fun. Just a cool memory. Going past Moonlight there, I realized we were going past Moonlight. They were lit up. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna poke the video camera out there. And downtown is lit up really nicely. They've done a nice job of lighting stuff up in downtown Owensboro. And as we were driving through here, it hit me just how attractive downtown Owensboro can be. Especially with the lights on and everything. It's starting to look pretty decent again. And there's a monument in front of the courthouse, which I don't believe is going to be there much longer, from what I understand. But he's kind of lit up green, so I guess he's concerned about COVID. Or maybe it's that green traffic light reflecting on him, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we drove downtown and just drove around a little bit. Oh, I remember too, in school you would do the name draw thing where you'd pick a name out of a hat, and then somebody would get your hat, your name too, and then at your little school Christmas party, you'd always, you'd bring a gift for the person whose name you drew, and somebody would bring you a gift, and it was a lot of fun. I remember drawing my buddy Aaron's name, and I knew that he wanted the G.I. Joe action figure Storm Shadow, which was kind of hard to find at that time, but I found one for him, and I was so excited. I gave it to him, and he was thrilled. Good memories. But yeah, we're driving around downtown, and it's just pretty. It might not have crazy old architecture like some downtown areas. It's got some though, but some of the newer stuff that they've added, it looks nice to me. I like it. I like the way the bridge is lit up. You got the little park there lit up. There we go. You got some people forgetting to turn their lights on, but that's okay. People are driving pretty safely down here. We're going up towards the River Park Center.
Except for this guy. Didn't either.
But yeah, I just thought it looked really nice down here this particular evening. Good crowd, but not too crowded. You could drive around, obviously, and there's some parking spaces you see here and there. So if you wanted to go down here and just hang out, you definitely can. There's a little TV station building kind of lit up nicely. And there's Santa and some reindeer up above the River Park Center. I thought that was pretty cool. I almost didn't catch that. Coming up towards the museum.
You think that's about all?
I used to love the old location of the museum when I was younger. That was always a treat. I'd go there for like my birthday or something. If my parents wanted to reward me, they knew they could take me to the museum. Going by the Crim. I'm starting to become more of a Spot fan, and I know that they are about to reopen at their old location with an expanded Spot. But they're still selling coffee out of their little coffee truck in town, and I really like what the Spot's doing these days. And I'm looking forward to their reopening. Just wanted to give the Spot a quick mention because I love those guys. They told me that they are going to reopen in February too. So just make a mental note. They're going to reopen back over there towards the old Lincoln Mall. And again, I love that location because I used to hang out there so much when I was younger. Yeah, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. There was just some lights, Christmas lights around Owensboro, Panther Creek Park. If you haven't been out there, get out there because that's just totally awesome.